created an account and you log in for the first time, the page will look like this right here. So the first two steps we have to do is to verify our account and to enable two-factor authentication. To do that, we just go up here to our profile and then click on security verification. As you can see, login verification setup, we just have to enable that right here. That's the two-factor authentication. Down here you can see you can choose a method. In my case, I just used the Google Authenticator, but you can also use SMS if that works better for you. If we go up here, we can also do our KYC, identity verification. As you can see, in my case, I already did it. You don't have to upload any documents. In my case, I just typed in my name right here and I typed in the identity document number, and that was already it. Next up, we can deposit money to our Gate.io account. To do that, we just go up here on the right and click on Wallet and then go to Deposit. Then we will get to this page. Right here we can choose the currency we want to deposit, and here we can choose the network. So you can, for example, just use Tether USD. That's just what I used. Then you can choose a network. Of course, you can use the official network, which is the ERC20 token network. Then you can just copy this address right here and send US dollar Tether to this address. In my case, you can also use, for example, the Tron network. It's much lower fees. So just go to your exchange, choose the network. It has to be available there, of course, as well. And then just insert this address, and then you can send money to your Gate.io account. Of course, you can also choose any of these other different currencies. You can, of course, also type in Bitcoin right here, and then just choose Bitcoin. And there we have the normal address right here. As you can see, if we just use the normal Bitcoin blockchain, we can just copy this address or use, for example, the Binance chain. Just however you want it. Once you have done that, you can also see your money if you just go to Wallet and go to Funds Overview. Here we can see a balance of all of our assets that we have on our account right here. So in my case, I have only $100 around on this account right here. And as you can see, you can put money, of course, on your spot account, but you can also do money onto your contract account. That's what I did. We have to transfer. I will just show you how we're going to do that in just a bit, but you can either have money on your spot account or contract account. Once you deposit money, it will be on your spot account. So to transfer that, we can just go up here to transfer, and then, as you can see, transfer from our spot account to our perpetual futures account. That's the one we need. And then just choose the currency you want. Either one of these two you need to use as a trading collateral. So yeah, either choose Bitcoin or US dollar Tether, type in the amount you want, and then you can transfer the funds from your spot account to your contract account so you can trade with them. All right, so next up, I'm going to show you the trading platform. To do that, we just can go up here to trade. And then as you can see, we have perpetual right here. We have two different options, either US dollar settled. So if you have deposited US dollar Tether, we need to choose that, or Bitcoin settled if you have deposited Bitcoin and you now want to trade Bitcoin with this Bitcoin. So it doesn't really matter. We can trade everything with both of these. It just depends on what you deposited. If you have deposited US dollar Tether, choose this one, Bitcoin, this one. In my case, I deposited US dollar Tether. So I'm going to choose this one right here. And then I will get to this page. And this is actually the trading page, the trading layout, which may look a little bit complicated at the first time, but it's actually pretty simple. We're just going to go over all of these things so you are ready to go. All right, let's start up with the left corner right here at the top. Here we can choose our trading pair that we want to trade. In this case, we have Bitcoin, US dollar Tether, but of course you can choose any of these other trading pairs as well. So we have many different altcoins that you can also trade right here. So whichever one you want to trade, you can just click on it and then it will be switched. Right next to it, we can choose our leverage that we want to use. So in my case, right now I'm using a 10x leverage, and up here you can choose your leverage mode. I would recommend you to just use isolated. It just matters if you have different positions with different currencies opened. This one right here, cross, will calculate your margin. So your capital, your own capital that you have, it will be calculated throughout all the different trades that you have open, and isolated, it will only look at each individual trade separately. So in my case, I'm just gonna choose isolated. It doesn't really matter that much if you don't have that much open at the same time. And then you can choose your leverage right here. Of course, you can also type it in manually right here. For example, if I want to use a 12x leverage, you can choose up to 100x, but in my case, let's just go for a 10x. I would recommend you to not use higher at the beginning, and then we can just click on confirm. Then our leverage will be set. In this case, I already have it, so I can't confirm anything right here. And yeah, that's the things that you can control up here. Your trading pair and your leverage. Let's go here to this right here. This is just the trading chart that we are looking at right now. So it's just a cutout from trading view, as you can see. Basically, we can just look around in this chart, zoom in, zoom out, stretch it however we want to look at it. And right here on at the top, we can choose our time frame. So this right now is 30-minute candles, but you can of course go to 1 hour, 1 minute as you like. You can just change that right here. Right here on the left side, we can also use some tools. For example, we can draw some trend lines in here if you want to do that, or you can just use a pencil and draw something in here just as you want it. All right. So that's the chart right here. Right next to it, we have the order book. So all the selling orders up here and all the buying orders down here. Right here, we can see the trade history. So of the recent trades that are happening right now. And down here, we can see all of our open positions. So if we do have open positions, they will be displayed down here. We will just take a look at it in just a bit because we're just going to open a trade shortly after that. So you will see them down here. Right here on the right side, we have some informations about our assets. So how much funds we have on our account right here, right now. And yeah, and this right here at the top, this is basically our control center where we can control all of our trades. So let's open a trade. All right, here you can see that we can choose what type of order we want to place. So either a limit order or conditional order. There we can set a certain price where we want our order to be triggered and fulfilled. But in this case, let's just go for market order. I would recommend you that because then we can enter the market immediately. Then we can choose our size right here. We can either type in the Bitcoin amount manually right here, but we can also use this slider and select how much percent of our capital we want to put in this trade. So yeah, as you can see down here, we can see how much of our capital, of our own capital, this trade would cost. So of course, if we go to 100%, we have a balance of around $100. So this would be $100 if we go up here. And if we go, for example, half, it will be only $50. So you can choose how much of my capital do I want to invest into this trade. In this case, let's just go, for example, for 70%. So this will be $77. All right, then we can also just put a take profit and stop loss if you want to do that, but I'm just not going to do that because I will show you how you can do that after you opened your trade. You can do that as well. And yeah, so let's just go either for a long trade right here or a short trade. In this case, let's just go long, for example. And if we click on that, we can see this window again and then click on confirm. All right, so now our position is open. We can see it down here. Let's scroll a little bit down and we can see right here, that's our position. All right, here on the left side, we can first see what trading pair it is, what leverage we're using. Here we can see the size of the entire position, not what we have put into the trade, but what the entire position is, what the entire position size is. So in this case, it's around 0.017 Bitcoin. We can see the value of the entire position. So in this case, $766. Of course, right here, here we can see our margin. That's what we have put of our own capital into the position. But as we are because we're using a 10x leverage, of course, the entire position size will be 10 times as large. So in this case, 10 times this is around $766. This right here is our entry price. So where we entered the position right here at around $44,000. This right here is our liquidation price. So if we don't have a stop loss set and our position goes so much into the negative that all of our capital will be lost, then our position will be closed automatically and we will lose everything we have put into this trade. And this would be, it's just showing us, this would be at a price at around $40,000 in this case. So, but of course, if we set a stop loss before that price, we won't lose everything, but that's just if we don't care about it and we just let our position run into the negative as much as we like, then at this price, it's just telling us, okay, all right, so at this price, your position will be closed. This is our margin. So what we have put of our own capital into this trade. Here we can see our profit or loss that we have unrealized. So that's still currently in this trade. Right here we can see realized profit or loss if we have done that already. And right here on the right side, we can set a stop loss and take profit. So let's just do that. So I'm going to click on here. I want to set a take profit. Let's say if it hits, let's say $48,000, then I want my position to be closed, the take profit. Then I will have a profit of approximately, around $68. And let's say I want to put a stop loss. So in this case, let's put a stop loss at $43,000. And this would be a loss of approximately $18. All right, so that's fine. I'm just going to click on confirm. And as you can see, I have them placed right here. And now if one of these prices will be hit, either my take profit or stop loss will be hit, and I will get that profit or loss. All right, so that's already it. Now I can just wait and leave my position opened, and yeah, it will just run. I can, of course, always check here what's the profit or loss in here right here. And if you want to close your position right now, you just want to close it, then you can just click on here, market. Then you can see, all right, I'm going to close the entire position and click on confirm. And as you can see, the position is closed right now. We are out of it again. And yeah, that's already it. Don't forget to sign up using the link from the video description to get the nice bonuses and the 10% off all the trading fees. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments.